welcome back to Mama Nina Cooks. And today I'm going to make my famous meatloaf. I've been making this meatloaf for years and years and years. Okay, so we're going to start with an onion, and we're going to chop it finely. And I'm going to chop everything the same size because I want them all to get done at the same time. And I'm only going to cook this for about 45 minutes to an hour. So I want those onions and bell peppers to get done inside. So we're not going to make them very big. Okay. Now my meatloaf has a lot of vegetables in it. And I'm sure you know there's all different kinds of meatloaves. This is my version. You can leave out what you don't like or add in what you do. This is just the way we like it. So we need about a half a cup of onion. Finely chopped, like I said. Ooh, this is a strong one. You might see me cry. I think I put more vegetables than meat in here because that's how we like it. But, okay, so put half a cup in here. Okay, some green bell pepper. Same amount. When you're chopping bell pepper, if you chop it from the inside, you can get a better grip on it with your knife. Now I'm only using a pound of ground beef today, but you can double this recipe if you like. We love meatloaf sandwiches, so I always like to have leftovers for that. Okay, and then some red bell pepper. This meatloaf is loaded with garlic too. So if you don't like garlic, just leave it out. We love garlic. Okay, that's good. Look how pretty. Okay. Now we're going to put some zucchini in here. Zucchini is going to add some moisture and flavor. Keep them all the same size. A bowl full of vegetables. Then we're going to chop up our garlic. So I've got 4 cloves of garlic here. I'm going to crush them. So they release their casings. That's better. You can crush your garlic if you'd rather. We love garlic, so I like to chop mine into pieces. Okay, so we've got all our vegetables chopped up in here. Now we're going to add our ground beef, and this is a pound of, this is grass-fed 93% lean ground beef. And then we're going to add all of our ingredients here. So we have a beaten egg, I'm adding about 1/4 of a cup of milk. That makes it real tender. and 1/3 of a cup of oats, a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of coriander, teaspoon of Mexican oregano. I'm going to crush it up. You can use regular oregano if you'd rather. And a teaspoon of thyme. I have about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper and a teaspoon of salt, but I'm just going to use about 1/2 of it. So 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, then we have a 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And this is 1/3 of a cup of ketchup. Parsley, freshly chopped parsley. Just a little bit. This is a quick recipe. You just dump it all together and mix it, shape it, put it in the oven, about 375 for about, we'll look at it at 45 minutes. Depends on how thick we make it. I don't use a loaf pan, I just shape it on a cookie sheet. I'll show you. Okay, clean hands, remove your rings. This is the fun part. Oops, better get my pan ready to go before I dive in. So get everything all incorporated in. That other tomato sauce dish over there is for the topping. So like I said, there's more vegetables in here than meat. Okay, now I have a cookie sheet lined with Silpat here. You can, if you don't have Silpat, you can line it with aluminum foil. Okay. Bad meatloaf. Okay, so you can shape this however you want it. The thicker you make it, the longer it's going to take to cook. So I usually pat mine down about half that size. It's kind of fun. Patting it, shaping it, playing with it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, we're going to pour our topping on it. Okay, so this is about 2/3 of a cup of ketchup with a 1/2 teaspoon of yellow mustard, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of ground garlic, and a little bit of ground onion powder. So I'm just going to put that on the top. Spread that out a little bit. I like for it to just barely fall over the edges. Okay. Now, we're going to bake this at 375. We're going to look at it 45 minutes. We might let it go to an hour. We'll see. Okay. Okay. That's kind of perfect. Okay. Let's see her. There's vegetables in there. Already did. Okay. Now I made some mashed potatoes. I just boiled up some potatoes and mashed them and put salt and pepper and butter and milk on them. Yeah. Okay, let's go taste it. Okay, so let's give this meatloaf a try. Actually, I already did, and I didn't have the camera on, so we're gonna do it again. Okay, it's a good thing I screw up a lot, because then we have bloopers. I do it on purpose. Okay, so let's try this meatloaf. It looks really good, so let's give it a try. Very good. It tastes really good, you guys. All those vegetables, they're not crunchy, but they do have a little bite to them, and I like that. They're not mushy. They have a lot of flavor. All those spices we put in there. And the topping, I love the topping that we put on there. Really good. I hope you guys try this. You're really going to like it. It's so easy. You saw what I did. I just dumped all that in a bowl and mushed it together and put it in the oven and done. Let's try the mashed potatoes. Really good. They need a little salt and pepper though. But that was so easy. I just cut up the potatoes. I cut them up small so they would cook fast. And then I just mashed those up too with a potato masher and added some butter and salt and pepper. Tiny bit of sour cream, but you don't have to add that if you don't want to. Okay. So I hope you try this recipe. I know you'll like it. And the best thing about meatloaf is meatloaf sandwiches the next day. Just slice it up, put a little bit of mayo on some bread. So good. If you're new here, I hope to earn your subscription. And now's the time where I tell a story. So if you just came for the recipe, it's okay to leave, but I thank you for coming. You won't hurt my feelings, but I like to tell a story. I have so many stories. This is a quick one today, but it's really funny. One of my first jobs I ever had was I gave out credit reports over the phone. So back then, we had huge filing cabinets full of actual paper files on people with their credit reports. And you'd press a button with your toe, and these huge filing drawers would rotate until you found the person that you were looking for. So somebody would call up on the phone asking for a credit report on someone, and we would have to give their name and where they lived and where they worked and what they did. So I was giving one day, and I gave the girl's name, and I said, she works for the phone company and she's an LDoper. And he said, a what? And I said, an LDoper. And he said, "What's that?" I said, "I don't know." And he said, "How is it spelled?" And I said, capital L, capital D-O-P-E-R. And he said, "I think that means long distance operator." Yep, I did that. And I laughed about it on the phone for about 20 minutes, and I'm still laughing about it. Anyway, that's my story. That's a quickie today. So I hope you make this meatloaf. I hope you enjoy it. I so appreciate you coming and staying. And I don't know what I'm going to make next time. Throwing around a few things, a few of my favorites. Maybe beef stew, because it's getting really cool out now, and that would be a good thing to have. Okay, so thank you. I will see you next time. Okay, and remember, when you make something for someone that you love, homemade or semi-homemade, it really shows that you care. And if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, thanks. See you next time. Bye. Worcestershire. And let's see, where's my spatula? When I put it in there, it looked like it was going to be too much for a teaspoon. This is a third of a cup. Let's see, what is this?